We're on.
All right, meeting started. Just jumping into the agenda, which was here somewhere. For
Can I just say before,
sure.
if you could all go ahead and sign and pay whenever, or if the card's being circulated.
Thank you. So on the agenda for previous meeting minutes, we have the January 23rd meeting minutes for approval. So, under local laws held, number 3 there, local law B, is pending the meeting, the planning meeting that's going to be occurring, so that may be a pass based on the outcome of the meeting. Okay, under ordinances introduced, 2/22/20, I believe it's Miss Love's area, so I'll have her do the intro and then we'll go to finance. Miss Love's not going to be here this evening either. What'd you say?
It's her birthday.
All right, no cookies, okay? All right.
It's the birthday month.
That's the birthday.
Okay. All right, under ordinances held, skipping down to number 9 on the agenda, to ordinance 44/112/19. Is Mr. O'Brien going to be here or no? Because that's his. He has to have it released from committee, so. Did he say no? Right.
Yeah.
Well,
He said he was coming.
yeah, I'm
He
supposed
just
to be
had
out
to
there
leave
too,
early.
I'll swing back to this one, right.
He's not.
I don't know that
He
he's.
is. He said
didn't
he's
say-
just leaving early, leaving the planning meeting.
So get late here, okay.
Right, he's a little late. Okay, so that was it under the ordinances held. Going on to resolutions introduced. It's 14/22/20R. That's Mr. Anani's for the support of Assemblyman Fay's legislation regarding 787 study. Anani is going to planning.
Okay, yeah, can I just, again, get back to our rules? Our rules require when any resolution gets a home rule message or that is a resolution supporting a piece of legislation, the legislation
Has to be attached.
It's supposed to be part of the supporting memo and attached to it.
Okay.
So we know what piece of legislation we're voting on. And I'd also suggest when we pass these resolutions, usually we want to say, well, what do you want to do with them? Because this just says passes. Something like this, for example, on the last whereas or therefore, you would have some clause saying that
The action or what we want them to.
Final copy or whatever be transmitted to
Action requested.
our delegation or whoever, to somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
So it should be,
Yeah.
nothing. But it should be in the resolution itself.
Okay.
Now, she hasn't done anything as far as on paper or anything like that. She is just,
Oh, there is a bill.
Oh, there is a bill?
Yeah, there is a bill. I mean, it's in transportation.
Well, that's, you're right, that's.
Yeah, but you should, you know.
Actually, it's directed to conduct the study.
Here's mine.
Mike, yep.
Here's mine.
Okay, Mike.
That's for you to sign.
So I have the last one for planning, the resolution. Actually, for Mr. Anani's, did that need to go to a committee? I planned to just, as long as we had everything we needed to pass it. And I'll have them attach that information. That you requested.
According to the council rules, it's not necessary, but if it's for further discussion, it can go to.
Right, yep, no, I get that, yep. Thank you. So I plan on it being a pass. Back to Mr. O'Brien. How you doing, Mike?
Good.
So So we're going to go back to your ordinance 44-112-19. You want to speak?
Well, yeah, I sent it out in two versions just to get context, and I color-coded the first one to show how mine differed from what either the planning board or the planning director did. And then I put one out amended because the planning director also had some language in the ordinance involving things.
None of these copies are colored now.
Oh.
We can take it.
Yeah, well, they showed it was color coded on the email.
I know, we just don't have color printer,
Oh,
all of them.
well.
You know.
I can resend them out, but the one has, well, I can tell you how they differ. The planning board had 500 feet. The planning director originally had 1,000 feet and then changed it to 250. We added a park as part of the offset requirement. The other one had reference to orderly outdoor queuing. This one says, well, queuing shall be indoors. And then it had a minimum of 500 square feet for a waiting room, and they said it would take 100 to 200 people a day for an operation that takes 3 hours per person. So I upped it to 1,000 feet, which may not even be adequate. And then paragraph E was, to me, kind of illogical. Like, facilities shall comply with all applicable laws and regulations, and shall comply with applicable licensure and certification requirements from the county and state health department. And then on the definition sentence, I took the more complete definition because I remember many times the attorneys and the applicants come in and said, this is just like a Red Cross blood drive done in a school, and it is not. This is like a dialysis process, so they can do it once a week. They actually, person hooked up for 90 minutes, blood taken out of one arm, other components restored back into the other arm, so it's much more complicated than the blood donation given in a school or a church.
So how did you define it?
I pulled it out of a statute. It says, which are obtained by plasmapheresis, which is the procedure whereby whole blood is removed from a plasma donor. By venipuncture or phlebotomy, the plasma is separated therefrom for sale or transfer, and the formed elements of the blood are returned to the donor. I pulled that out of a Utah statute, which seemed to be the original statute that Chris Spencer pulled most of the stuff out of, including the 1,000-foot separation. And then in the second version I sent out, I eliminated, see, Chris Spencer and what he had sent over to us also had this table, which includes funeral homes, offices, personal business service, or trade school. And I figured I'm not touching that, so I didn't even include that. I left it blank. And then I wanted to bounce something off of JR. The definition of light manufacturing, which is what the zoning board relied on, as the planning director said, it's not an office, it's not a medical clinic, because they don't treat anything, and it's not retail. Well, zoning board agreed with all of that stuff, so they went looking for some category that's in mixed use that they could drop it into, and they found light manufacturing. That was never our intention when we passed it, and I sat through all sorts of meetings, what do they call it, the community meetings, which we had, and nobody ever thought of mixed use, highway commercial, retail strip mall as a place for a paid donor blood plasma clinic, and never thought of it as light manufacturing, because nothing is manufactured. So I was suggesting, rely on JR's opinion, shouldn't I also maybe amend this to amend the definition of light manufacturing. I thought it's like, obvious is not smoking next to a gasoline pump, but perhaps it's not. So maybe we have to put the obvious language right in the definition. It is not this. I mean, for that matter, it could be an IBM storage facility. And they could consider frozen embryos as manufactured commodities, just like they consider blood plasma. Never our intention. So maybe we have to state the obvious. I mean, so that's where I'm coming from with it. And the BZA opinion was just published yesterday, which is interesting because the BZA opinion misstates that the public comment was specifically not allowed. It was allowed on the topics on those evenings not related to blood plasma, but we have the audios, and it was specifically not allowed. And there was at least one person there with multiple paperwork to hand in and for live comment who was specifically told no at both meetings. And we have the audio of that, we're going to transcribe it out, and that is misstated in the BCA opinion. As well as, I think, the whole definition, the meaning, what our intent was when we created the category of light manufacturing that would fit into a certain level. So
what are you doing? Staying committee tonight?
no,
it's coming out of committee.
Out of committee. I served notice on that. I'd like to vote on it on February 20th.
You gave no sure.
What impact does it have
Oh, I'm glad you
It's kind of
asked.
after the,
on this BCA?
I said it's kind of after,
Well,
it's after the decision. So,
that is arguable.
It's a resolution.
But it certainly has.
I can talk further about
Yes.
that, but I would prefer, because it's potential litigation.
Okay,
that not be
okay.
discussed.
That is arguable because they still have to do an application to the planning board. And it's also relevant, I think, to the entire city.
So
Because,
that decision allows them now to file for a conditional use permit with the planning board?
yes, unless there's some sort of injunctive relief sought, which might happen. It would allow them to seek to go for that, I think. But then again, that's, I'll privately talk to Jay.
It goes into some stuff, but I would rather just
Okay.
set that in an executive session.
However, I think it should be a concern to everyone here, because when we ask the planning board to tell us how many properties would be potentially affected by allowing this without any consideration of a separate statute, it comes to, with no buffer, there are 493 properties. So even if you could argue that the zoning board has forever banned any further promulgation of laws by the council regarding 900 Central Avenue, there are 492 other properties, which I think would be concerned to probably everybody on the council. Probably. Yeah.
The current classification of this not only affects properties around Westland Hills, but also affects Hoffman Park. There's this particular mixed-use community highway directly abuts Hoffman Park as well. So I looked at the city zoning map. There's not many that are mixed-use community highway, but that is. Those
Well,
are two main
they're
locations. There's also one.
Zach Powell
in the fourth
identified
ward as well.
492
Where we have
properties
marijuana
if there's
dispensary.
no buffer. If there's 1,000-foot buffer like we're asking for, that leaves 106 properties throughout the city. But at least there's a buffer.
Okay, so at this point, the intention is to vote on it on Monday.
Yes, on Thursday.
Oh, right,
Thursday.
that's what I meant, yeah.
Thursday.
right,
Can
yeah.
I suggest
long
to
weekend.
go into executive session to hear what our council has to say?
Yeah, motion?
Motion
Sanders,
to
second,
go
second.
executive
Yeah,
session.
I'd make that motion.
Right.